At the time in which you see this video, the Express event is either on the horizon or is occurring right now. The point of this video is to show you how to maximize your gold earning in the first few weeks of this event and measures you can take before release to get the best bang for your buck. Since Summoner's release over a year ago, I've been obsessed with these market movements during these giant increases in player population and new character building events. It got to the point that I had a secret Discord channel in a guild server where we would discuss price movements, and we called this the Union. It became quite profitable, and that's for another video. I have 5 ways listed ahead of things to check in your inventory, hold on to, and even do to maximize your gold in the next few days. And definitely check the end for reminders of things leaving on the 19th. Let's get into it. There are 2 giant vendors that a majority of you will have used but have slowly over time forgotten about this tab. The first one is the Bracelet Vendor. Most will know the first tab for rolling bracelets, and the third tab for upgrading from relic to ancient. But the second tab is where you convert your broken bracelets into new ones. Why is this noteworthy? There will be a whole population of new players tomorrow building their characters. I know War Dancer, Soul Eater, Deathblade, and of course Breaker are going to be a large population of these classes made tomorrow. Every single one of these characters has a popular spec variant that excels with max spec. Additionally, Breaker's crit build acts similar to spec scaling, so having 100% crit qual accessories will be sought after. And if you've checked Master Brawler crit accessories on the market recently, you will see the amount of gold flowing for this class. So rolling a super high crit or super high spec bracelet from this vendor will be major juice. I've been stocking up on bracelets in general on all my characters, as I assume there may be a frenzy to roll good stuff on release, even if it isn't perfect or high. People will want to fully experience these new classes even though they may be missing levels in other areas. This is a big one. You can't pre-buy ability stones, since when you buy them, they become untradeable. This is a trend on new character events. All stones soar in price, some becoming like 5 to 8k sometimes, especially on those adrenaline adjacent 9/7 stones. So knowing this, what's an even more unused of a vendor for exchanging materials is the ability stone one. Players hate rolling stones, so checking the other tabs gets left alone due to resentment over failing stones. I personally had 90 plus rolls in here for a bunch of characters, and this is something I do a lot on these events, so you should have plenty regardless of how long you've played. Additionally, the Legion Raid vendor has ability stone chests to roll as well, but it isn't that much. Also, if you're just like me, you have a bunch of these chests from the Weekly Guardian just sitting on your mule character. Those stones that are currently selling for 650 could double at the least by reset, and those sitting at 1k currently should also double based on trends of previous Express events. Right now, fusion materials are going for a decent price, 11, 22, and 50-ish. With the current prices, you can craft prime fusions, for example, for a profit of 430.5 per batch. Now, I prefer excavating, but if fishing is more your thing, go for it. I know most of you will likely just opt to sell the materials flat out instead of crafting, but I bring up the current prices before reset as there's a high likelihood this price will soar, as I'm seeing a lot of these folks wanting to hard push these new characters to 1600, and with the low rates higher up in honing, the measly amount you get from the event will not cover that. So if they soar, so will the base materials. So if you're newer to the game and have some downtime on the side, doing some life skilling could be a nice bit of pocket change to help boost those newer classes during the boost event. But note, there's a reason I have not listed leap stones at all in this guide so far. Everyone holds leap stones for this as it's the most obvious thing to soar. But because everyone is holding, the price in the market either stays the same or goes up a little, then actually goes down. I'm not saying this will happen to fusions or materials, but there is a chance, so keep it in mind. A lot of folks have pre-bought their books and accessories, but a majority haven't. Of those that haven't, a lot won't until the free builds run out. But there will still be a lot of people buying accessories after reset and the near following weeks. So expect the average cost for a lot of the accessories you're trying to sell to get a bump, especially if you don't have that much competition. Those chests you get from the birthday event for accessories, you will also get from your weeklies, and the Legion Raid vendor can also be utilized for potential major profit during this event. If you roll a breaker and you have put, let's say, 100 plus boxes to roll accessories, and they they land a class accessory, consider yourself rich. I, like many, have pre-bought accessories, but we couldn't for the class accessory, and the FOMO of not being able to play your nice 5x3+1 breaker will cause this price to be the highest they will ever be. So if you have any of those chests, consider rolling them on your new breaker. Now, if you aren't rolling breaker, if it's a popular class that is, prices should see a boost across all accessories, even if they aren't class accessories. So you can make a pretty profit off of holding this a little bit longer for reset. Typically class prices settle down after a week or two, but initially they're pretty high, especially on the new one. This runs similarly for books and honing books. Legendary class books will see a healthy boost, with the new class books likely sitting around 15k plus for a few days, but others should see a nice bump all around. Toad is staying around, but I don't think the prices will jump that high to justify buying that stuff over the other options. Honing books of all sizes also jump, so if you've been holding on to them or holding them for the new class, maybe hone this new class first, then sell the leftover for a nice profit. This is the reminder section. Nothing fancy, just reminders. Lots of items had expiry dates set for 3/20, March 20th, so go through wherever you store your items to see what expires. Use it and don't let it go to waste, even if it's just a level 4 tripod. The main event is also ending. Buy out the store and all extras of the currency should be put into a nice hefty silver chunk. Finally, the birthday bash is ending. Get all your mats before they disappear. Wouldn't want to have saved all those mats and lose it due to forgetting about it. Like I said, I've tracked this for a year plus, so I know these are the trends that happen every boosting event. I also know many vets already know these trends well, but for the new and returning players, I hope this helps get some extra gold for your new characters' fun honing sessions. Check out my last video on the strongest and easiest classes to play in my roster that I think players could be interested in rolling come reset, and check out the playlist of all my Lost Ark guides. Until the next one, see you then.